I do think I'm gonna get Shannon Sharp, but not in the same like Instagram live way. Like I accidentally somebody just called me and I just answered. Type of way.
Yeah.
Like that does go through my mind.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh my gosh, how far away is my phone right now?
I know. Like when I hear my phone fall, I'm like, good.
Yeah, I'm like, perfect. But
good.
Can they still hear this audio?
Right. I'm loud, so
yikes.
No, you seen that TikTok overly loud? You never seen that overly loud, turned up, always on that. You know,
no.
Overly loud.
Loud or quiet? Loud, overly loud, always screaming, turned up on that.
I'm Nani.
And I'm Ant.
Join us on Law and Order as we unpack the hottest topics, trending lawsuits, and media buzz.
Take a listen as we cut through the noise to reveal fact and what's really going on.
Tune in for sharp insights and a fresh take on today's stories.
Follow us everywhere for your dose of lore.
Yeah,
we're back.
Guys. Yeah, we're back. Okay, I have to really be honest about the last episode. We filmed that a while ago and we just put that out.
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Yeah. It was, we filmed on a Sunday, which now I realize it's going to have to either be Friday or Saturday.
Okay, cool.
Because my work week does not allow me to edit.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't. Like, when I get home, I have about 3 hours to myself.
Yeah.
And I've sit in front of a computer screen all day.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to see is Adobe Premiere Pro. But even when I did have time, after I cook dinner and just eat my dinner, it's time to wash my ass and then go to bed. Like
that's why you say you're going to meal prep.
Yeah, but I've been making enough food to the point where I have leftovers, because I know we talked about this last time. I'm working out more, but I'm also on a high protein diet. So I am trying to meal prep a little bit. Like I have been making my lunch. I bring a lunchbox now.
Cute.
Today all I had was fruits and stuff because I needed that fiber because my protein intake has been a little dry. But I'm getting better at it. But I don't want to just jump into it and then like overwhelm myself. I want to casually or like gradually slide in there.
Well, it's easier. It should be easier for you to do that nowadays because literally everything has protein in it. I think they have protein ice cream now, which is kind of like
they have, but no sugar. So I'm also no sugar.
Yes.
So
it might be no sugar, all calories. All protein.
Let's talk about this because there was a video that someone made and was like, they got protein water now. Like Samaya was right.
I drink that. It's great.
So yeah, and Samaya is a creator who. She talks often about like diet culture and how it can be toxic. And the girl in the video, she was saying Samaya is right. Like y'all are doing too much with this protein. But protein water doesn't seem like a bad idea to me because protein milk gets to be a lot.
It's like juice. It's like you're drinking juice. Like I have the clear protein. I forgot what brand it is or whatever. And you just I fill up my blender bottle. I put it in there and I shake it up. And it's the texture of water. But I guess you could just say the texture of juice. I think people shouldn't call it protein water. Maybe that sounds crazy. So just think of like protein juice.
It's literally clear protein.
It's so much easier to drink.
You know what clear protein tastes like to me? Like if you chew a really fruity gum and then drink water afterwards, that's what it tastes like. Because it's not instantly sweet like juice. Or at least
we talking about different things then.
No, I mean like the actual powder.
Oh, the powder is once you put it in the water that it gets sweet. Yes.
That, but like I do want to try the actual like pre-made clear protein like drinks because I've had those before. I've gotten them from like Vitamin World or whatever. It's pretty good. I do prefer that at this point to a milk because not everybody wants to drink milk.
I don't want. Sometimes I just don't want any texture in the liquid I'm consuming. But yeah, nowadays everything's about protein, GLP-1s, sports betting. What else? that's literally every. Oh, and AI. That is all the world is about.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. But I'm not against the like mass amount of protein, especially since you have a lot of people on these GLP-1 diets. Yeah, it can decrease your muscle mass, or like when you start to lose weight, you kind of you're losing weight faster than you're able to gain muscle, even if you are working out on a GLP-1.
Yeah.
So you kind of end up looking like, and no offense, I'm sorry, this is the best analogy I have, but like a popped balloon.
Yes,
You know?
that is
like
that's
you
good.
look a
like
little
you
deflated, right? But they're supposed to eat high protein. Like if you can eat a high protein diet,
and
then
they're
it
not.
should.
And they're losing weight
equal out.
everywhere. It's not like you can target where you lose weight. So it's like
Mhm.
you literally just end up looking like a pop balloon version of yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Which is, it is what it is. If you like it, I love it.
Actually, I changed my mind when it comes to GLP-1s because someone was talking about how there is associated with losing weight, like in our society, it wants you to like struggle or suffer. Like when you're losing weight, it's like, oh, you got to go on this hard,
it has to be hard.
Weight loss journey, and you need to eat like stuff you don't really want to eat, and you need to work to the bone, and even when you're tired on your off day, still go. And and someone was like, no, like why does it have to be that way? And it like made me like it was like
why does it have to be
I'm
that
like, you
way?
know what? Yeah, so do your GLP-1s. I mean, I don't know if it's good for you. I don't know if you should be taking that. Like, I think people with diabetes like actually need that. Like, but I don't think it seems plentiful now, so I don't think they're taking away from them.
I'm not sure if it is because I'm just not sure if the GLP-1 is exactly what people with diabetes are taking, or if what people with diabetes are taking is something included with GLP-1s. Like the GLP-1 is in whatever medication they're taking that GLP-1, and then I don't
because
know.
Also it's not like it's just making you skinny. Because
also people with
just curbing your
appetite. Insulin.
Yes.
So
you're just not eating.
You know what else it does? It shuts off the part of your brain that like creates food noise, but also what it does is it can lower certain addictions. Not like you okay?
Yeah.
It can lower certain addictions, not extreme addictions like if you're on drugs or anything, but like if you have an addiction to your phone, like maybe like you'll notice that you have, or I should say people have noticed that like they have a decrease in the amount of like screen time that they have, or
so what do they want to do? Just lay around? Because that might be an issue.
No, I think they're filling it up with more productive.
Oh, okay.
But that's just like
I want to stop crocheting or doing my puzzles. If I took a GLP-1,
is that an addiction or is that on a hobby?
Depends on who you ask.
No. I mean like unhealthy addictions that you kind of want to curb, or
but how are they able to control it? Yeah, we're not scientists. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't think because now we're talking about like what's an addiction and what's not.
But I said that to say I am okay with people using GLP-1s to lose weight. Like I don't care. Like it is what it is.
It's a skinny cocktail. That's what I've been calling it. It's a little skinny cocktail.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. Okay, so on our last episode, we had some predictions, and now we're going to talk about whether or not they came true. You want to go first?
Yeah, I had a prediction that Beyoncé was gonna like give us a little clue into her next act.
Did it happen?
She kind of did, but not in the way that
did she?
She only give us like a little bitty crumbs.
Okay, so my predictions were one that Candace was gonna go home on Traitors, and that did happen.
Yeah.
Traitors is over. Rob R won. He played a great game. Mind you, I didn't watch any of the show. I just watched Whitland's recaps of it on TikTok. Mind you, that I don't know how do you get this feature or whatever, but his recaps would be like 30 minutes, and I'm watching all of it on TikTok.
No,
the way that he speaks is like he's one of my favorite orators.
That's how I feel about Bob the Drag Queen.
He's one of mine too. Like just the way you're able to tell a story. That's I hope I get to that level one day. Like, maybe someone would say Anthony.
And then what's that? The girl One Take Wonder.
Yes,
her as well.
Like I'm just like I can listen to you speak all day.
People that can just flow.
Yes,
they just get into a flow state when they start talking.
Yeah, I'm like, and are you just prepared?
Like I want to be like that.
Yeah,
I try to be like that.
You can't. You are like that.
Am I?
Yes.
When I start telling a story and
yes.
But you know what? I will tell a story multiple times before I can get it out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like
you gotta the first few times I practice. Yeah. You know, once you hit that flow state.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm telling this story perfectly right now.
Because I feel like a lot of times I'll go and then like my brain will be like,
yeah.
And I'll be like, oh yeah, right. Like it takes me, my ADHD I feel like it gets in the way of my storytelling.
Yes.
But you said it feels
but then it's like I don't want to forget it. No, I understand what you're saying. I'm
Yeah.
saying when you really are locked in on a subject,
Yeah.
it flows very well.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
And then my second prediction was that the America's Next Top Model documentary that came out, Reality Check, that there was going to be a lot of backlash from that, and there has been. There's been a lot of TikToks. It's so funny to me in documentaries. We'll get to this later when we talk about it. How they include TikToks now, like TikTok videos and stuff. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put a pin in that. Let's talk about that a little more later.
I actually have a comment on that too.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Let's see if we meet in the middle on that.
Yes.
Okay.
And also I said something like Kimora Lee Simmons. She was in the documentary. It wasn't really anything.
Yeah, she was just
expansive.
there.
Yeah, she was there
because she was on the show. She was like a guest judge for a few episodes, maybe on the show. So
right. So
she appeared.
So yeah, we pretty much got our predictions right. Yeah. All right, so moving on. Last weekend during the BAFTA Awards, John Davidson, who has Tourette's and who is an advocate for the Tourette syndrome, he was at the BAFTA Awards, and during the ceremony, he made several racist outbursts, including yelling the N-word as actors Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan presented a prize on stage. And apparently Davidson, he lives with a very rare form of Tourette's that a lot like kind of makes you say like
obscene
obscene things, like not socially acceptable things. It's called
coprolalia.
Yeah, and so it kind of forces him to involuntarily shout out the most obscene and offensive things imaginable.
The thing that he's not supposed to say.
Exactly. And so part of the discussion that has gone on has been, apparently at some point he said the award show was recorded, and people have been talking about how they kept in him saying the N-word, but apparently at some point he said Free Palestine, and the producers cut that reference out of the show, but left in the racial slur.
Here was my thought on it. When you first sent me the text message and was like, and people were wondering why production put it in, I'm also wondering why they would keep that in, because
I was wondering what you thought about that.
Nothing that is live on television is actually live. Because of what happened with Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake when he ripped off. That incident was like 9/11 for the television world. And I know that's a crazy comparison, but I mean that in the sense that it's one of those things that happens that completely changes things overnight. Like overnight.
Like when Beyoncé dropped.
What?
When she dropped it,
when a surprise album.
Yeah,
there are just certain things that happen that just change the whole way that we do things. And that Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake, when he ripped off her shirt, that's one of the things that happened. So now everything that you see live happened a minute ago, so that way they can bleep out all the curse words. That's why when you see the Grammys and you see all these like award shows, they've already bleeped out some of the curse words. The people in those control room, they deal with those things very fast. So to me, I'm also wondering why they kept that in. Not to mention, you said it wasn't live. Yeah. Right?
It was not.
I don't know why they would have kept that in.
Yeah. Also, I meant to say this earlier, but Tourette's, it is a neurodevelopmental disorder characterized by involuntary, repetitive, and sudden motor or vocal tics. And apparently him, like saying those words or the slurs and the Free Palestine and all the other stuff, that was his Tourette's manifesting. Those were his specific tics.
So the Free Palestine, was that also a tic?
Yeah, it was a tic. So I know there is a very delicate line to walk, I feel like, when discussing this, because a lot of people are like, their first thought is, okay, if he got this issue, he shouldn't have came. And that, I think the main issue with that argument is that it's a slippery slope to, okay, like people with disabilities, they should just be kind of like, people already think they should be like hidden from society. Yeah. Like there used to be very big issues with like forced institutionalization of people with disabilities because they were seen as like, like the dregs of society, and like we need to hide this. So that's not that argument is like an ableist conclusion to come to, but it's also like we can't ignore that these people, these black men were up in front of all of their peers presenting an award, and it's like you make it to this height, and then you're reminded like you're like, and literally what he said, like, still nigga, like you're still a nigga.
You know that it's involuntary, so just like apologize. Like if everybody in the room is aware, because it's also just embarrassing for them to be in a room full of their peers and be called that, and just kind of like not even get adequate apologies. That's where it starts to get worse. That's where like the fallout becomes like, well, now this is becoming a bigger issue.
Yeah.
Because if apologies were given right on the spot, if they cut the word out, which they should have
cut the word
done,
out,
because we may not have known, it might have just
exactly,
we would have known because it would have gotten out.
Yeah.
But like for people to hear,
like we had to hear it too, and now that clip is going to be on the internet forever.
Yeah, because now that offends other people.
Exactly, because even like Jamie Foxx, he tweeted, he was like, nah, he meant that shit. Like, and that's where I'm like, because some people, they didn't understand like what it is, so they were like, that means that it's a word in his vocabulary that he uses. That no, it doesn't. I feel like growing up in America, you know the word. You learn the N-word at some point in your life, like even if you're not black. Yeah. So it's like, to say that he uses the word, that I was like, that doesn't even no, that doesn't make any sense. But I think overall, that's a tough situation to be in. It's stuff like that where I'm like, dang, I'm glad I ain't got to deal with that. Yeah. I'm just on the podcast talking about it. Like, I'm like, dang, what is the right answer? But if you could cut out Free Palestine, you could have cut out him saying the N-word. Okay, so next. And in 30 to 40 years, I don't want to hear about a movie coming out where a Mexican woman and a ICE agent fall in love, called fucking Cold Heart or something bullshit like that. I don't want to see it. I think I mentioned this on the last show where I made a video when I was like, in 30 to 40 years, I don't want to hear about no movie that's like Mexican woman fall in love with an ICE agent. I don't want to keep it. And people are in the comments, as they usually are when they feel like you've brought some kind of new idea to the internet. You need to trademark that. You need to copyright that. You need to da-da-da. And me, because I know what it is, I'm like, I can't do that. That's not what you're...
That's not what that's for.
Exactly.
That's not what that's for.
I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. That's not what that's for. So we are going to explain it right now.
She's going to explain it.
Yes, I don't explain it. So
I'm learning with you all.
So essentially, trademark, patent, copyright, they are tools that protect certain things. So a trademark protects any word, phrase, symbol, design, or combination of these things that identifies your goods or services. It's how, customers recognize you in the marketplace and distinguish you from your competitors. So an example of that would be Barbie has a trademark on this certain color pink, like the Barbie pink.
So does Tiffany. Tiffany has Tiffany blue.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So the trademark, it identifies the source of your goods or services. So something, Tiffany, another jewelry company or something, couldn't use that blue because it's like when people see it, they're gonna be like, oh, this is Tiffany. They're associating it with that. So that is one way to protect yourself. And it also provides legal protection for your brand. It helps guard you against counterfeiting and fraud. Yes.
Can I ask a question? Because you said counterfeit. Yes, you said counterfeit and fraud. So does this include designer bags?
It depends on if they have a trademark for it. And the thing is, while these things protect your brand, it's not 100% like it's about the enforcement. Like if Tiffany, they found out it was all these brands and people on the streets in New York selling like using that color. Yeah. They would have to like go out and like, bring them to court and all this other stuff. You can't catch them all. So it's like the safety is supposed to be, okay, if I do take them to court, I will have this protection. But you have to do that work to get the protection.
Like let's say Louis Vuitton.
If they had a trademark on that monogram, which they
do.
Have.
Yeah. The Louis. So okay.
So for a trademark is different than a patent. A patent is a patent protects. The thing you need to know about this, protect. These things protect stuff. So trademark protects. Look back at the video what I just said. I told you. A patent protects technical inventions, mechanical processes, or machine designs that are new, unique, and usable in some type of industry. So you can there was a patent for the original iPhone's appearance and its interface. I believe, I think there was one for insulin.
Really?
And the guy who created it sold it for like 1 cent. So it should be cheaper. But then Big Pharma.
Yeah.
And next, copyright. So copyright, what's the word? Protects. Yes. Artistic, literary, or intellectually created works that are original and exist in a tangible medium. So this is when you think about like artists, they sensitive about their shit and they protect it too. So the lyrics, think of a copyright for the lyrics to Drunk in Love.
So the lyrics are covered by copyright.
Protected by, yes.
Yeah, protected.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. So yeah, copyright protects your exclusive right to reproduce, distribute, and perform or display the created work, and it prevents other people from copying or exploiting the creation without the copyright holder's permission. All of it, I hope that explains to y'all the differences so you can go out in the world and use them correctly.
So why can't you...
Me?
Okay.
Specifically?
Yeah. I was about to say, why can't you patent that thing? But patent only has to do with technology or inventions.
Yes, and also
your idea for the TikTok. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And also it's very hard to get a patent. I took a patent and trademark and stuff class when I was in law school, and the process that they use, because with patents, it's not just America. Yeah, it's all over the world.
So how accurate is a poor man's patent? Like when you can mail yourself something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've never heard of a poor man's patent? A poor man's patent is like you have an idea, you can't really afford to go to the patent office or do whatever you need to do.
It's expensive.
So I don't know. So you mail.
No, I'm telling you.
Oh, it is expensive. Yeah. So you mail yourself something as evidence that I had this idea, and here's the day that I had this idea. This is like proof that I had this idea on this day. So that way, when somebody else has the idea, it's like, oh, look. I had this.
You got my wheels turning, and because I did take that class, and it's like there are certain things that you have to do when it comes to filing a patent and also like kind of proving it. Hold on. Yeah, there are certain requirements that you have to meet to try to obtain the patent.
Essentially worthless for legal protection. Okay.
Yeah.
So there was this guy who was like, he is old. He's older than the movie Nemo, but he had like letters. He wrote like letters to Disney or something like that, or like for a class project they had to write letters to Disney. And he said that he pretty much like came up with like Finding Nemo or whatever when he sent this to Disney, because it had something to do with Nemo. Yeah, but this is just
so he's trying to say it's his idea, they stole it from him,
and he was like technically he wasn't doing it seriously because he really didn't care, but he was just like, hey, little fun fact,
that would be copyright.
Yeah,
that would be copyright, not patent.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, because artistic.
Yeah.
Okay.
But speaking of patent, you have to prove certain things. One of them is notice. So if this was like, if Disney, and it was like an invention or something like that, if Disney received the letter and they could prove that like they never opened it and never saw it, then it would be harder to, try to get them on copyright infringement. Yeah.
They sent like little generic notes to all of the kids in the class back. They sent everything. They sent like the kids.
Then that would be difficult.
That was spooky.
Spooky-ooky.
So somebody's probably trying to connect their TV. Oh, I hope they don't show nothing weird. Ooh. nudes.
Yikes! Imagine.
I know.
I have. This is random, but I have like random anxiety, I guess, when it comes to like nakedness. In terms of like,
In
I'm
movies?
always no. I'm talking
Oh.
about me. I'm like, somebody can see through my window right now. It could be closed. I don't think it's open, but I'm kind of just like,
I'm
Somebody's looking
pretty
right now.
sure I've been a naked neighbor.
I feel like I'm
sure
on Twitter
been
somewhere.
naked.
I have to be.
I'm sure. I used to
It'll
live
be
in
fully
this,
open, but
I used to live in this apartment building in Baltimore. It was semi
paranoid. That's the word I was looking for.
It was a semi high rise, and girl, I used to walk around naked. I used to have these sheer blinds,
Yeah.
but one day I went to the building across the street, and I was like, oh yeah, you can definitely see me in there.
Yeah, like one of my random paranoias is like I'm gonna get Shannon Sharped. I'm gonna be doing grown people things, and my phone gonna be recording. I'm gonna be on live. I think that like almost every time I'm like, I need to get my phone out of here. It's somehow gonna open and go on Instagram, and I'm gonna be on live.
Okay, kind of, yeah. I do think I'm gonna get Shannon Sharped, but not in the same like Instagram live way. Like I accidentally, somebody just called me and I just answered. Type of way.
Yeah.
Like that does go through my mind.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh my gosh, how far away is my phone right now?
I know. Like when I hear my phone fall, I'm like, good.
Yeah, I'm like, perfect. But
good.
Can they still hear this audio?
Right? I'm loud, so
yikes.
No, you seen that TikTok? Overly loud. You never seen that overly loud, turned up, always on that. You never seen that overly loud.
Loud or quiet? Loud! Overly loud, always screaming, turned up on that.
So last week, Ant's prediction was that the new America's Next Top Model documentary that was going to be coming out on Netflix was going to be a big deal. And indeed, it was. It came out February 16th and it lit up social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikToks, all the things immediately. So it was a 3-part documentary series following the rise and fall of America's Next Top Model, but it ended up just kind of being like an expose on Tyra Banks. But yeah, it was it was good. I have to say,
I enjoyed it,
but I do have critiques about the documentary, the docu series, but most of my critiques are about Tyra. So okay, just for a refresher, just to get into the like episode breakdown. We're not going to go episode by episode, but just to refresh everybody's memory on it. The first episode is On Top, right? And then that talks about the inspiration that Tyra Banks has for America's Next Top Model and all that she had to go through to get the show on air. It goes through the first seasons, and it's really inspiring, or almost you really think that this is going to go in a great direction.
Yeah, I was like, wow, it's like Black History Month, and we just learn black model, all this other stuff.
It's so good, but this is the part of the docu-series that I like. You can give people their flowers and then be like, but this person also really did kind of go off on the deep end, and we're gonna mention it briefly later, but like also there was a 4-part, not a 4-part, it was a 4-hour video that came out that a YouTuber SD Signifier Signifier. It's something Signifier. I'm sorry. I literally watched his
DL Lewis.
Yeah, I literally watch his videos all the time. I can't think of his name, but he did a 4-hour video on Tyler Perry. And the first hour, he's really giving Tyler Perry his flowers. And that's what I also liked about the docu-series for what's it called? Reality Check, America's Next Top Model, whatever. So that's what I really liked about it. And it was really interesting to see how much she had to go through to get the show on air.
It wasn't just easy.
It wasn't easy, and it took...
It's actually very hard.
They were scrubbing the ground. They did the first season. They did the first season in a hotel room.
They were scouring to find a network that was going to pick up ANTM.
I can't remember which... channel or network they ended up being.
It a U.
Yes, UCR, something like that. But that channel also was not popular until, so they kind of needed each other, and so they lifted each other up, and that's what it was. Tyra in the beginning, she wanted models of all different shapes and sizes. And from the very beginning, you can tell how much the network had to do with the girls, because they told that one girl that she couldn't be there.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, too much diversity. I think she was Hispanic.
Yes.
They were like, too
much
diversity. Let's dial it back again. So they went and got a Mexican and white girl. I think she was, I can't remember her name. I want to say it was like Jasmine or something, but I'm probably
Giselle.
Oh, good. Yeah. Giselle. I'm glad you remembered that.
Yeah, I remember it because I was like, that's a pretty name.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like when you're in school, they're like, oh, Giselle.
Yeah, the girl, the lady on Real Housewives of Potomac.
AKA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call her Jizzy sometimes. And I'm like, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. But that's why I remembered it.
Yeah. So, and it sets up and it's really nice. And then the second episode, that's when we start getting into, there actually was
the nitty gritty.
Yeah, there was a bit of an issue here. Things were like, you pull the curtain back and you see that,
because a big want of hers that I feel like she explained in the first episode is like, you want this to be different. There are these harsh boundaries in the modeling world that she wanted to break through.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just see in the show that's like, oh no, but you reverted back to the bullying, all the other stuff that goes on.
But even then, it's like, but I feel like that doesn't happen until the third episode, because even in the second episode, we have Janice Dickinson, who is like evil Gollum lady at the back of on the far end of the panel, who's like, you're too fat, and it's they're like 100 pounds. Like, they're 100 pounds soaking wet. And these girls are young. These girls are really young. They're like 16, 17, 18. These are really young girls, fresh out of high school.
I thought they were all older than 18. Some of them were 16.
No, they were, maybe, okay, maybe they weren't 16, but some of these girls were really young. Some of these girls were 18, fresh out of high school. So you kind of see like there's this bullying going on. And then that third episode, you're like,
bow!
Oh, this lady is dark, evil, and twisted. She made these people dress up as other races. The incident with Chandy and being sexually assaulted on camera. Girl, it got bad really quick. Like,
they talked about the other assault in Milan in the second episode.
Yeah.
I feel like
they talked about it in the second episode? Yeah.
That's when they were starting to sow the seeds of like, this is weird. I feel like it transitioned from, this is our bright, sunshiny idea and we're going to make it come, and positive. And then the second one is like, ooh, it's underlying things going on. But I feel like in the second one, they tried to push like, this was production's fault or the camera crew or they're still recording it, but not us. And I feel like their episode was like, no, it's y'all fault.
I feel like the second episode was really meant to highlight everybody's wrongdoing.
Yes.
Including Tyra, including production, including Miss J, Mr. J, and Nigel. Because even though everybody is saying things like, oh, Tyra's not taking accountability, she does say, at one point in the video, in the documentary at the very end, she was like, I was wrong. Like, in hindsight, looking at it now, like, it was wrong. I was wrong. Everybody else, like, especially Mr. J, is kind of being like, the network.
Yeah, they're kind of doing like, I was uncomfortable by these things, but
I was uncomfortable.
I was just doing my job.
Right.
And it was the time period.
Right.
Think of the time period we were in. That's what everybody keeps saying.
Nobody in that is taking real accountability. And I do feel like even though Tyra apologizes, she still in some regard does not take accountability in the way that she should, because she was acting like that whole Chandy thing that she didn't know what was happening. So during the incident that happened, no, executive producers are not in the room with camera crew. Your executive producer is probably going to be off somewhere. They might just be at home watching the news. Like, they probably will not, be involved too much with the on-camera set days. But Miss J and Tyra, they fell out. We find out at the end of the documentary that Miss J had a stroke and was in the hospital for a while, and Tyra never came to see him. And everybody was trying to figure out, oh, well, what's the issue here? I heard a little rumor from somebody that heard a little rumor. I don't know where they got this from, but this is this is a TV personality who said this, that said, the reason why Miss J and Tyra are no longer close is because while Tyra is trying to act like she didn't know about what was happening with Chandy in the moment, she got a call from production that it was happening.
Mm.
Everybody knew what was happening, including production, that this might be assault. What do we do? Miss J said that she was in the bed with Tyra. She was with Tyra when she got the call.
Oh.
So Tyra this whole entire time is trying to, one, act like, oh, she cheated.
Yeah.
Two, that she didn't know about it until after fact. Apparently she knew about it while it was happening. And the language that was used was, what do we do? How should we deal with this? This may not be right.
Mm-hmm. That's so
and
messed
or apparently, allegedly, what she said was like, you know, let somebody else deal with it, or like see it through, or whatever. Because I believe Mr. J said that the whole reason why it was recorded is because when the girls get into the shower by themselves, the camera crew can't follow, but because the guy was in there, they were allowed to follow in. And I don't know honestly, at some point in production should have stopped it. Like, they should have just asked her,
Definitely.
is she okay, or just said no. But the guys even coming over to begin with is crazy.
And the drink,
that's
the
not
drinking,
what the show was.
and then that didn't need to be.
That did not need to happen.
Yeah, at all. Like, why did we need that?
Why did we need? Because I do know in the early 2000s, soft porn is a very big thing.
Yeah,
but like, you know, in hindsight, it's 2020. But like, ew, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, like that whole situation was weird. But I
have a lot of reality TV shows that are like selling you soft porn at the time.
Yes.
Like Flavor of Love, I Love New York, Tequila, whatever, Tequila
Ripley's
Love.
Believe It or Not. I'm just kidding.
What? Like, you got some weird shows selling you soft porn at the time.
I will say, when it comes to this whole conversation about accountability, from a legal standpoint, I understand why they were so like passing it off on other people. Nobody trying to get sued now, and it's like, oh, on camera you did apologize for this. That's why when they say like you get in a car accident, don't apologize. Even if it's your fault, don't apologize. Don't say nothing. So it's kind of that, but that's like the fight when it comes to doing these documentaries, where it's like, I think maybe we as a society just need to understand that we're never going to get the full like 100 of what happened, because there is so much fear around what is it called, around being sued. Like the fact that, I don't know if you saw this, I think Hillary Clinton had to get up and testify about the Epstein files and stuff, and she said that she does not recall, I think, meeting or being around Epstein. But she did say she never went to the island, stuff like that. So her, I can't recall, versus no, I did not do this. Which is what very intentional language.
Which is what Tyra says in the documentary. She's kind of like, oh, I kind of know something about it. But you know that she knows something has happened. Because the next day when the girls are out in Milan.
Girl, you came over there.
Yeah, when the girls are out in Milan the next day, like they're out and dinner, she's mentioned something about cheating, because Chandy had a boyfriend.
Exactly.
So she's
like, did you cheat? Like, she was talking about, she's dated models and they've cheated on her, and she's just like, hey, go, flirt as much as you want to, but don't
That's
cheat.
literally what flirt as much.
Yes. And I'm just like, girl, what? Like, when she said that, I was like, take away everything else. What the fuck did you just say? Like, girl.
So I think
that was really sad.
I have an idea of who I think Tyra is.
Okay, tell me.
As a person. Her and Natalie Nunn are the same person, different font. Because Tyra Banks and Natalie Nunn are the same person, different font. Because everybody was like, oh, why is everybody was like, why is Tyra Banks doing this? Like, this isn't making her look any better.
Cycle 25.
She did, that was crazy. She did that. She did, what was I about to say?
Why is she doing it? It's not making her look good.
Oh, yeah. So she didn't get any, like, control over the edit, because she has nothing to do with this documentary. She's not involved in it at all. So people are like, why would she do that? because she's an opportunist and she cannot wait to just get in there and just talk about something.
And the
That
last
has to do with her.
in the last episode, when they were talking about how the show went off the rails, it's like, you got men on it, you got this person, you got this.
Yeah.
It's in this country
'Cause you
now.
can't
blah, blah,
give
blah,
it
blah.
up.
That's why I'm like, this is what this documentary is to her. Something different that's keeping people engaged. Because she kept saying that. How are we going to keep people watching? We got to go bigger, badder, worse stuff happening to keep people's attention. And that is what this documentary was for her.
Yep.
And for, if they are trying to do America's Next Top Model, what is the name of that guy who he really didn't apologize for anything?
Nigel?
No, it wasn't
The
Nigel.
photographer?
No, it was the short guy who was like, it was like him and Tyra kind of against the rest of them three. He stayed on for a long time.
The white guy? He was like, what?
Was he white? I thought he was like an Asian. He was talking, and I think he was more so like,
oh, the executive producer.
Yes.
He's the other executive producer.
Yes.
He's an executive, like more of the executive side.
yeah,
You said what happened now? What with him? Like he wasn't taking accountability for
yeah, he
anything?
definitely wasn't.
I
There was
feel like he took the most accountability though.
really.
Because he was like, that was wrong. We should have done
I feel
that.
like he was kind of excusing it, like, yeah. So I will say he did take more accountability than the rest of them.
But nobody in general
Yeah,
did
but
it
he
the
was
right
still
way, yeah.
just like when it would be it was so funny. It would be like kind of like a question of
Mhm.
like something general. They're like, oh no, this handles it. Da, da, da. When it's like, okay, well, you did this. Show them the clip. Run the clip back. Look. You did this.
But you know
And
what?
they're kind of like, yeah, it's the times.
Yeah, you know what ended up kind of like for me, I was like, yeah, you can tell the higher ups at the network really had a lot to do with this because while everybody else is being like, at a certain point, we knew that this was getting ridiculous. Like, we're doing photo shoots in a salad bowl. It is getting absolutely insane. The lady from the network, who was the president at the time when they first did the first season or whatever, they asked her, did you ever think that it was going too far? And she said, no. Like, because you thought those were a good idea. And then I know they did the creative team brought a lot of those things, which is how that happens. Those photo shoots are brought by a whole other creative team, and Tyra can okay it or not okay it, but if the network is like, no, actually you do need to do this, and what she said, there are no sacrificial cows. Like, girl, you got to do what your boss tell you to do. Boss has got
Right.
boss, and then people said to do what to do. But then at that point, she can't sell the show to another network because we talk about now they own that show. That network owns that show. So she really just had to stick it through. But then at what point do you really compromise your integrity?
She still loved it.
Yeah.
She loved it.
Because she ended up becoming the oppressor that she did not want to be.
Yeah, because when Mr. J was talking about he wanted to leave, but he couldn't. And then he stated for like how many more cycles he stayed on.
Yeah.
I'm like, you were there for a while.
Yeah,
and I don't
but
think his was like he loves it. He was more scared of being blackballed.
But here's my thing about that, because he talked a lot about how close he and Tyra were. And this is the thing about people like Tyra Banks and Natalie Nunn. You are never as close to them as you think you are. You are the sacrificial cow. They will always, like, there is no integrity when it comes to like building a team. If you need to be cut, you will be cut. And they will act like they don't know you. So for instance, if we want to really compare it to Natalie Nunn, then on Baddies, which is a spinoff of Bad Girls Club, which whatever. It's a spinoff of a Bad Girls Club. You have Natalie Nunn. I can't remember what season she was on of Bad Girls Club, but she has like two kind of co-companions, Rolly and Scotty. Scotty got pregnant by the network producer, so now she out with Scotty. She don't really like her no more, like whatever. And then Rolly, she's always trashing her, always dogging her, just to then be like, oh, but yeah, like we're sisters. Like, you're never as close to people as you think you are, because when you accept them or they can't get what they want out of you anymore, you're dead to them. And that's why, like, the whole firing situation that Mr. J was going through, when he was like, I texted Tyra that I was kind of like done with the show because it was getting to a point where I just couldn't do it anymore. I'm disappointed.
What?
I would have been like, well, bitch, be disappointed then.
Right, like.
Because then I don't understand. I'm trying to figure out. what has he done with the show since then?
He said it on there, but he was like, he hosted E. I think he was a host.
Yes. Yeah. So he's been a host, but like
I didn't know he was our makeup artist at first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he loved that color. He like Beyonce, like the hair colors, like that's your hair color now.
Yeah.
Like you said, you never dyed it back to the original.
I've never dyed my hair.
That's your hair.
To my original color.
That's your hair color now.
But how much could he really have been blackballed? Like, could he not have still been doing what he was doing?
So I feel like I understand me not being in that industry. Blackballing, like Rose McGowan. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah, I know who Rose McGowan is.
Okay, yeah. When she was talking, I learned this on TikTok. When she was talking about her being blackballed, with Harvey Weinstein and everything, it's like people just not mess with you. Because even think about it, Aoki and them, they were afraid about Russ, like them being blackballed from the industry because of him. And it's like his own daughters, and he's this terrible person, but he still has all this power. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Well, I'm like, they were afraid for some reason.
Yeah.
Those poor girls. That's honestly the conclusion of the America's Next Top Model reality check documentary. Those poor girls. But
actually, okay, remember I told you I had a point that I wanted to bring it back to. Okay. So I think that I'm still comparing it to like, like Baddies, Natalie Nunn and everything. We don't quite know the ramifications of what is going to happen with Baddies, but I do feel like the ramification of Next Top Model is giving people harsh critiques when you have little to no context about what they are going through. All of these shows, not just including Top Model, but you got Top Model, you got American Idol, constantly like you have these reality TV shows that are set up and you're a panel and you just get to like rip into people, especially Top Model. And that's why now we have these TikTok influencers that can just get in the comments and they think they Tyra Banks.
Yeah.
And they are going ham in the comments. That's why like hindsight is 2020, and all of the things that they were doing was so messed up. And I do think that the reason why Tyra isn't fully taking accountability is because she feels like she really put those girls through what she went through, what models still go through in this industry. You cannot tell me like the way that they were shaving them girls' heads, dyeing their hair, filling in gaps, creating gaps is not still going on. When you have South Sudanese models who are all bald head, every South Sudanese model is just bald head. No, they're getting their head shaved because that's the look that these people want. They're creating like virtual world characters out of models.
And you know what? This experience, like Tyra being on the documentary, having to talk about things that she probably hasn't thought about or just said out loud in years, probably like having to explain where she was at the beginning probably really took her back.
Yeah.
And was like, dang, like, baby, that will do nothing for her or whatever if she's just like, so like, even if she's not taking accountability like within, but that probably was just like oh dang, these are the reasons I started it and this was my goal and blah 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 blah, assuming she hasn't talked about that stuff. But I think like I agree with what you're saying. Like now these influencers can get in the comments and talk outside of their neck. And I thought you were going somewhere where you're like people having more empathy for people on the contestant show, but because I was like, oh, like with Love Island, like it's not until they come out the villa and they're like, oh, this is all the stuff that we were going through that people are like.
And that's another thing where everybody's like, oh, how did we not see this when we were watching America's Next Top Model? Hindsight is 2020. You are still watching things today,
and you don't want to see
that
what's going on.
Right, in 10 years, you will be like, oh my gosh, how did we let that slide? And in a few years, you're gonna be like,
oh, they did force Nick and Landry together. Like,
but even though it's just like hindsight is 2020. Like, yes, you can say you should always have empathy for people. We should always have empathy, but I don't know. I just feel like the entire documentary also in itself was like it was a expose of Tyra Banks more than Top Model necessarily, because they did not give her any balance, because there are girls who were on that show who have great things to say about Tyra Banks.
Yeah.
Eva Marcel, who is it Marcel or Marcellus? I can't remember. I think it's Eva. We all know.
But
Eva
it's like
from Top Model.
You're hearing that from a winner. It's kind of like that experience of like, of course.
No. But she said even after she won, she didn't get the experience that she thought she was going to get. She said she had to really work hard.
Well, not just a winner, but somebody who didn't go through like
but
that
one
bullying.
of the girls on the documentary were winners. Danny with the Gap. She was a winner. She won.
She didn't win.
Yes, she did. She won her.
Oh wait,
season.
yes, she did win. What
She
I meant
won.
was what I'm trying to say is you being a person, yeah, I have all these good experiences with this person. I understand what you're saying, like they didn't balance Tyra out, but I think like, yeah, it was like you had done this harm.
If your intent is to provide a true experience of what it was like to work with Tyra Banks, then you have to add people
that wasn't their intent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why if that was their intent to add like, you know, what a real experience with Tyra Banks is like, then you have to add what people who have good things to say about her.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the truth. But this was really an expose to like kind of be like, yeah, this bitch is fucked up.
Yeah, she's crazy. But she soaked that in. It's like, hey, I might be crazy, but y'all gonna watch the show.
Yeah, she literally said that. But
yeah,
y'all watching
she was
now.
like, it felt so eerie when she said it. Like, it was like spooky. It was like a threat.
That's what I said. She's like, Natalie Nunn.
Yes,
it
like,
feels like gun to your head.
Yeah,
like,
but you watched it. You found it interesting. That's I think I've spoken about this on a podcast before, but that reasoning when people talk about, oh, what you did was problematic. Like, I think I spoke about like Trey Melvin, how his response to the Watermelon Drea stuff was like, but you watched it. He literally said they made a video. He was like, but y'all watched it. And it's like, okay, what else?
Yeah.
Give us something else, but they don't have anything left to give. I will say, yeah, Nigel acted like he didn't do anything. And
you know what?
They didn't even bring up stuff. It was more so Miss J and Mr. J. But
you know what part pissed me off? When he said something, when they were talking about that girl's like armpit hair, and they were like, you know how much retouching costs? What?
Some of those pictures looked like AI. After they were done with all that editing, I'm like, this supposed to be oh, this was your best shot.
Yeah,
you touched it so much.
Yeah, but like, and that's the part. Like, you retouched the pictures so much as far as like filtering and like smoothing out the skin that you could have just taken that girl's armpit hair off. And then also the other thing is like, they're talking about how expensive it is. The photographers and the editors are on staff with the show. They don't have to pay for extra edits.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't more expensive unless you were doing freelance photographers, which wouldn't make sense because you need consistency throughout the show and the girls' pictures. It made no sense that they were like, oh, and we had to retouch it up so much. No, you didn't.
Another comparison to how I feel about like Love Island, and how this they said the show was supposed to be like a behind the scenes, and it turned into like,
but it was never behind the scenes because they were scripting it.
Exactly, like it became just like this isn't a look at what models go through. It's kind of like we're creating these obstacles for these girls to go through to mess with their minds and mess with you, the viewer, so you can stay entertained. And you like them not choosing their best shots to actually compare all of them is what makes it kind of like, well, what's the point of all of this?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, oh, these are all y'all best shots and you are going home because you didn't have whatever. But it's like, you didn't even choose the best picture.
And then I do have an unpopular opinion about one thing that was on the show, which is Tiffany, the girl that Tyra yelled at. Because we're
all rooting for you.
When I was watching it and she was like, I can't read that. I was like, bitch, what? Just try. Girl, just try to read it.
She was beaten down.
Right. But here's the thing that I also learned about Tiffany. Tiffany's a lot like, she's one of those people that victimizes herself. Like, she's always going to be a victim. Like, she's one of those people that she put out a Instagram
she was
post.
like F her family and stuff.
Yeah, when you're a victim to everybody and you say fuck everybody, like, don't nobody got your back, everybody is against you. I'm always like,
my thing about
it really like that though.
My thing about the reading thing, it is like, I don't think it was like, in that specific moment, it didn't seem to me like, oh, you're trying to victimize yourself. It's like, I know you're trying to humiliate me and I don't want to play with that right now.
Yeah, but it was equal feel humiliation and it's just reading.
Yeah, but I know, but I don't know. I feel like being a black person, it's like, girl, you know where I come from. You know I can't say this stuff.
But neither could the white girls, and that's what she told her.
But that's the thing. She didn't care about that. She's like, okay, well, me. But this isn't.
I mean,
this
the
isn't
whole
the
thing-
same because of all these racial implications and stuff
But
like
we're
that.
talking about an entire show that's like humiliating. There are so many
And
other
Tyra lied to
humiliating
her
things.
when she was like, that was better than some of them. I was like, no, it wasn't.
Because she didn't even try. So like, but
Yeah.
like this entire show, there's so many humiliating things. The least
That's what I'm saying. She
humiliating
got
thing.
beaten down. It's
But-
like, this is the straw that broke the camel's back.
But I did like Tyra. I liked her confessional in that of just being like, I took that too far. I was mean. I was wrong to that girl. Like I didn't.
Because
Have
they
to
said
talk
we
to
didn't even
her
say
like that.
everything. So she was going in.
She was going in, and she was just like, I saw a lot of myself, and I do believe that. I do believe that like she might have saw something in her, and she just really wanted to like
I don't believe that.
shake.
I think
her.
she just cracked because she couldn't control her.
I don't know.
It's because I think she's crazy that I came up with that conclusion.
I don't know. I feel like she really did like want to help her, because the other reason why I said it is because they got her in anger management. Like they really worked. She was meant to win that season. Like, and you know who else did that? RuPaul.
Rags to riches.
RuPaul has brought girls back and they have won. Like on the you have All Stars, but he's brought girls back on the original season, like the big seasons, and they've gotten pretty far. So I think that she was meant to win that season. She had it maybe all lined up to win, or at least get to the finale, and then Tyra was gonna
Right.
snatch the rug up under her. You know,
And
something
be like,
still
nope,
fucked up.
still nigga.
Right. But yeah, I do think that Tyra like has some type of emotional connection, because like you don't just lash out like that on somebody that you, or I wouldn't. I just be like, all right,
Yeah.
dumbass bitch that can't read, like get the fuck on then.
Yeah, it was interesting though when she said, which I don't know if I fully agree with this. It's like they were the catalyst for some other shows. I think they were, but she was kind of making it seem like America's Next Top Model is the reason every other kind of reality show exists. Do you remember that part?
No.
Like talking about the cultural impact.
I mean, I know
I just
she
didn't
briefly
resonate with
said
that.
something about. I feel like she briefly said something about it, but she never gave any examples, so I brushed it off. Like
Okay.
it's not really.
Well.
I don't even think she believes that. That's probably why I brushed it off.
Yeah, she just seems crazy to
'Cause
me.
what other
Like
shows
that
are
picture
there?
of Miley Cyrus where she's like this. Like that's the aura that Tyra Banks gives me. It's like Miss Hannigan from Annie.
Annie. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like people that like Natalie Nunn and Tyra Banks can't be everything on their own. So they need to be the boss of others and use those others.
Pawns.
Yeah,
As
pawns. Yeah, exactly that.
And also like no matter good or bad, they like the attention.
Love it.
Love it.
Can't
Love
get enough.
Like Natalie Nunn has never backed down from any of the attention that she gets.
None
And
of
we
it.
talked about cheating on her husband. Like there are literally pictures of her out there. Pictures of her out there like kissing other people. Like, you know, the rumors
She's
about
like
her going to
good.
Dubai.
All publicity is good publicity. All
Publicity is good
she
publicity. Yeah.
That's literally Tyra.
Yeah. They don't
Cycle
care.
25.
Cycle 25 was insane. I said, they're bringing it back? I was like, no way.
Just wait till we have in store. I'm like, oh my god, she has a gun.
Well, because one, I was like, you can't announce things before they happen. Like legally, networks are very tight-lipped about those things.
And I'm like, maybe this was what
No
was
way.
meant to bring it out.
No way. It would have been way
Bro, how
bigger.
crazy they was acting, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I don't know. But there is another documentary coming out, and it is going to be from E! News Network. They're going to be doing the documentary.
Ooh.
And Eva will be in it. So I think it might give more balance as to
When does it come out?
Next Thursday, I think.
Oh, nice.
At March.
I'll be tapped in.
Sometime in March. Maybe not next Thursday, but sometime in March, definitely. Is next Thursday, March
Did you hear a
6th?
beep?
No.
Okay.
You probably heard me tap my phone. But next Thursday, is that March 6th?
Yes.
Then that's when the documentary comes out. Then that's when the episode comes out. Because I think they have a documentary type show. Whatever.
That's next Friday, actually.
Oh, well, then
the
I don't
6th.
know. I'm pretty sure it comes out on a Thursday.
Okay.
I don't know.
But yeah, that was quite a ride.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about Tyra Banks now. Beautiful girl. Beautiful.
Though, oh my gosh,
my
in the
God.
90s, when they were showing her
Beautiful.
throwbacks, I was like, yes,
Damn.
yes, I see you.
Damn.
You deserve to be there.
She was eating Naomi
She,
up.
that
I see why they hated each
face,
other.
That face, it was just like a
And I don't-
bird, but in a good way.
And when she started gaining weight, she started looking better. That
yes,
body.
when she was on the Tyra Banks show,
yes,
and she was like, I'm fat. And it's like,
I was
girl,
like, girl, you look
stallion,
good. Yeah.
stallion, yeah.
She got that's a good looking woman.
Yes.
But good looking women are evil. No, I'm joking.
The green eyes, her and Giselle. And
Gotta cut that out.
you
I'm gonna just
did.
bleep that. And now y'all don't have
yeah,
no
y'all
context.
don't know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so should we do predictions
Yeah, let's do predictions.
the next time?
Oh my God, I have to think.
Yeah, I said that without having any in mind.
2 hours later.
I want to pick something good because we were just talking about how I couldn't predict that 50 Cent and T.I. thing.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about that real quick.
I could not predict
50
that.
T.I.'s son, I don't know. They haven't. Is that King? I'm about to say they have crazy pronunciations, but that's the older one.
Yeah.
Tesorius something.
Damani?
My bad. That was anti-black of me. It's a good thing Black History Month's almost over. But anyway.
Wow.
King.
Did you see he posted a video of him doing
That
push-ups
was crazy.
and smoking?
Oh no, I didn't see that part.
And
It
then
sounded
he
exactly
wore-
like him.
Yeah, and then he posted that picture of or no, it was the freestyle of him with 50 Cent's mom on the shirt.
Yes.
And then Damani did a diss talking
I
about
didn't see that.
how it's called Miss Jackson, his mom.
Yeah, Curtis
talking
Jackson.
about how he allegedly set a house on fire with his baby mama and son inside of it.
That
So,
sounds like 50 Cent. Because
Like,
he is evil.
that nigga's cool.
He's like,
Somebody said Solange gonna be waiting for him in a dark alley like Batman because he keep posting about Miss Tina Knowles.
oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he posted, but I don't understand what the post was saying, but it definitely was shading her.
Okay.
I don't because 50 Cent
He's
low
like
key.
Lex Luthor.
he has I equivalate him
He's like
and
evil
Nicki
Kendrick Lamar.
Minaj, and they're like it feels like co-rants. Even if he is coherent, it just
Yeah.
feels like he's saying anything.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't even make sense anymore.
He's like if Cat Williams were evil.
Is he? Because also he talks
Lex
about
Luthor. That's
he
what
also talks about people as if he has not been accused of abusing women before.
Yeah, he don't care. He's
Like,
just
he
like,
just
but this
doesn't-
person.
Right. But honestly, if I got shot 9 times and I lived, I might be like 50 Cent too.
Okay, let's think. It's about to be March.
Okay.
Spring is happening. Women's History
International
Month.
Yeah.
Women's International Month.
That's what it's called.
International Women's Month.
International Women's Month.
What's the dude? LeBron.
Oh, yeah. I love that meme. Okay.
Yeah, it's like you know exactly what he just said.
Yeah. Who else? Who is loud? Who else is loud?
The dude where Natalie Nunn was on his podcast.
Oh, Cam.
Cam Newton.
Okay, who's Cam Newton's next guest?
Okay, that's good. I think he's on this trend of people humiliating him.
He's had a lot of women on there lately, and the women are like, okay.
Oh,
nigga.
and he had Funny Marco, Vince Staples.
Fuck, I don't know if Vince Staples would do that. I love watching Vince Staples interviews.
Me too.
Oh my gosh. Maybe Z-Way. You know who Z-Way is?
Yeah, but she has her own.
I know, but maybe we'll get a little cross.
Okay, well, Traitors just ended.
Nobody from Traitors is going on that show.
No, I'm not talking about the show
Oh.
anymore. I'm just trying to guess. But okay, I'll say maybe that will be my prediction. One of my predictions that Vince Staples is going to be on Cam Newton's podcast, or
Okay.
he's going to show up.
Oh, do you know who Cat's Eye is?
Yes, I've seen the discourse.
You've been following
that she's gone.
You know my shit. You know
and
my
they're
stuff?
like racism.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it
Oh.
did. No, it's too fine. Yeah. I love Manon. I don't even listen to their music. I think their music sucks, but I like them as a group. I thought they were
I've never
cute.
listened to anything they say. I just saw that commercial in jeans. That was great.
Yeah, they were cute. They're such a they have every ingredient to become an international girl group if whoever owns
But you don't like the music.
them. That's what I'm saying. If whoever owns them would stop, because they're completely industry plans. Like fully, they went through this whole competition. They are owned by the people from the competition. Like these girls are handcrafted. They don't write their songs, but all these girls are super duper talented. And I feel like if they did, it would be because eat zucchini. That's one of the lyrics in this. Eat zucchini.
Okay.
Eat zucchini.
I think that
Eat zucchini. Eat zucchini.
Zucchini.
Do you love me?
Zucchini.
Do you read me?
Zucchini.
Yeah, literally.
Do you know that's from Pass the Plate Disney Channel? Where he was like, zucchini.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh my God. How did you remember that?
I think about that often.
You know what I think about? Because it was also one of those pass the plate moments.
The Bengals?
No, I think about when you have a brain freeze and you
yeah.
I do think about that. That's hilarious. Oh, great comedic timing. That was so good. Okay, so we have our predictions locked in, right? Like there's gonna be a viral Cam Newton interview. Probably humiliating himself.
Yes.
Lotto might come out as pregnant.
Yes.
What else did we say?
Like we were spitballing a lot.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. And I know it's gonna be something that happened, and we're like, ah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. It was so much fun. This was great. We got 2 hours of footage. I have so much to edit. Actually, I probably don't, because I'm probably not cutting a lot of this. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Great.
All right, guys.
See you next time.